Good morning from Jonesboro, Arkansas, October 27th, 2025, 8:22 a.m. Yes, it's October 27th. I put October the 31st here. I always do that. I always check it within 2 or 3 days of this date. So you can yell about that if you want to. I don't see the big deal. Anyway, I'm going to show you the value of the Tesla and the boat and compare it to what Carvana is offering me and talk about why it makes it very difficult to trade into a traditional dealer because Carvana's trade-in prices sometimes are freaking insane. Now look at this. Now here's what I paid for the car. $26,590. This formula refers back to that to get the over-under sticker price and the percent of value gained or lost. Now this is what, 6 months? Yeah, 6 months. Trade-in value low according to KBB, rounded off 20,500. High value $24,000. Trade-in value $22,318. Lost $4,200. Rounded off $4,300 or 16% from what I gave for it. Now, if you ever go to a car lot and you tell a dealer, say a dealer offers you with this right here, say they offer you $20,000, and you say, well, Kelly Blue Book says it should be $22,318. They're going to say, I got news for you, buddy. Kelly don't buy cars. However, if you say you want 25, they may say, well, Kelly Blue Book only says the word 22. Actually, I think they go by something else, call it like a Green Book. No, Green Book is that book in the 50s. I don't know what they go by. Whatever the number they pull out of their hind end usually. But, okay, I'm just joking about that. Not really. They get their number from somewhere. But to a customer that's never been a car dealer, it seems like they just grabbed the number out of thin air. You know, that's what it seems like to us, but I'm sure it's way more complicated than that, to be honest. Okay, $22,318. Let's look at what Carvana is offering. $24,600. Let's plug that in. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's plug that in. $24,600. That'd only be 7%. $1,990 lost. So I could trade the car in, only lose $2,000, but I also did $800 in repairs. So, you know, there's that. So I know what a lot of people are thinking. Get rid of it while you can. Get rid of that piece of junk. Well, I'd have to trade it for something with full self-driving because I'm pretty much addicted to it. So, you know, that'd just be another Tesla. I wish to goodness Tesla would sell their technology to other manufacturers. I do. I would, yeah, because that'd be awesome. But then those other manufacturers would probably do a subscription plan only, and no, I wouldn't be interested. The key to this is buy a used Tesla with full self-driving already included. Man, that's the best way to do that. You know, the original owner takes the hit on the full self-driving depreciation and the car depreciation. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at the Chevy Boat. Not one of those things that's on water, which people accuse me of all the time. Are you saying boat? And they know I'm not. It's their way of saying your voice sucks, which I know that. You don't have to tell me. Tell me something I don't know. Okay. Kelly says October 31st, 61.5 thousand miles. The low rounded off is $5,300 trade-in value. The high is $7,500 trade-in value. Trade-in value equals out to $6,400 biggins. Lost $5,349 or 46% of this $11,741 purchase price. Man, that's a huge hit. But the car will last another 100,000 miles, I'm certain. Certain as I can be with any car. And if we want it to. So if we trade it in now and lose this $5,300, that's on us. That's just because we want something else, not because we need something else. You know, if you take a huge hit like this because if you want something else, then okay, you're paying this price for an upgrade in your mind. You know, if we hold on to it until, you know, what's the bottom value going to be? What is the absolute bottom value of this car going to be? $3,000? Probably more than that. Let's put $3,000. 74% value, $8,800, but that's to drive at 150,000 miles. You know, I'm just guessing. That's just a half guess. Okay, $6,400 is what the average value is. Trade-in value. High is $7,500. Let's look at Carvana. $8,200 biggins. And so $8,200, and it should be actually 64. The absolute most 75. Man, this is a huge swing. That's $2,300 swing. That's huge. Let's look at the Tesla again. This is only, well, this is more, but it's a higher bigger number. This is almost a $4,000 swing. But the trading value high, $24,183. I guess Carvana's getting a little bit more than the high trade-in value according to Carvana. Most dealers won't. If I took this to the average local dealer, they'd probably give me $20,000 for it. Maybe 22. And of course, it's all a numbers game. If I was buying a $60,000 vehicle, they may give me 25 for it, or even 26, or even 27. But they wouldn't really be giving me 25, 26, and $27,000. I once traded a car in, and they gave me, I think it was $12,000 for this car. I don't remember what it was worth, but it was worth way less than that. They gave me $12,000 or $12,500 for it. Maybe it's $12,500. They put it for sale right off the bat, $500 less than they gave me for the car. I think they gave me $12,500 and they put it on the lot for $12,000 the next day. How can a dealer do that? They do it because it's nothing more than a numbers game. You know, let's say I take this Tesla in and they give me $26,000 for it. Say Carvana Ford. Then I guarantee you they're not really giving me $26,000. They would have come down maybe $4,000 on the other car, and I didn't ask them to, and so to get me to do the deal, they're like, yeah, we're going to give you more than Kelly. Who knows? Again, I've never worked as a car dealer. From the outside looking in, somebody who has no idea how the industry really works, it always seems like just a screwed up mess anytime you go see a dealer. You know, but anyway, there we go right there. But, okay, all right, so at least in Arkansas, I can sell to Carvana and buy from a dealer and get full sales tax credit. Most states you can't do that. So it says right here, get an extra $1,600 when you trade in. That's because of the sales tax credit. I'll get this $1,600 no matter if I trade it in with them or not. Most states, I don't know about most states, probably most, but a lot of states, you do not get the sales tax credit if you sell to one dealer and buy from another. In Arkansas, you can sell to an individual and buy from a dealership or buy from another individual. As long as you get a bill of sale when you sell the car, you got 45 days before you sell it or after you sell it, 90-day swing, to apply the sales tax credit to the new car. So I could sell this to Joe Blow down the street for $25,000 and then go buy a $25,000 car and there'd be no sales tax to pay. Most of y'all can't do that. So this is legitimate for most people. And so anyway, and for those that say Carvana is expensive, they are most times. But you know, Carvana is kind of strange. I've done this a few times. If you really want something, then keep looking and keep looking. Look 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day and change it to where you're looking for, if you do that, let's go here and look at new inventory. If you're looking multiple times a day, change the newest inventory so you'll always see the newest thing. Because Carvana is strange. They'll be expensive, then all of a sudden the car will jump up that's actually cheap. And I don't know why. But when we was looking for a Terrain, we wound up doing that. When we was looking for a Cherokee, we wound up doing that. I looked and looked and looked and looked, and there was one that was all four-wheel drive and some other features like heated steering wheel that was cheaper than the two-wheel drives. And I don't know why. We got the car and it wound up being great. You know, for a goofy gas car. But anyway, so look and look and look multiple times a day if interested. And hopefully you live in one of these states where your sales tax credit can be applied to any car you buy. In Illinois, I know this because my brother lives there, the sales tax credit is capped at $10,000. So if you trade in this Tesla for $24,000, you only get sales tax credit for $10,000. That really sucks. Little Rock don't care. You can get sales tax credit, and I'm almost certain there's no cap whatsoever. And if there is a cap, it's at least $30,000 minimum. But I don't think there is a cap. So there you go. All right, you have a good day. Thanks for watching.